Okay, so I just realized like 5 minutes ago I forgot to actually schedule the stream for this week. So, oops. Is this where we were? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. This is Seraphim playing Commander Keen Episode 5, which I'm blanking on the subtitle for, but it's the second and final part of Goodbye Galaxy. Yeah, we have ahead this level, which is presumably another defense tunnel type thing, and then that up there, which says it is the QED. Gravitational Damping Hub. Alright, I took a quick look on this earlier, and it has whatever that weird thing is. It just kind of spins around, picks a direction, and goes, and as far as I can tell, they're invincible. These aren't, though. Yeah, it looks like I'm meant to turn on that bridge. Oh, can I just... Well, I can do that, but it's not a good idea. And I think it's probably to the left I wanted to get anyway, so... I just wait for it to pick a direction and zoom off wherever, and it's out of the way until it zooms back wherever. Anyway, probably supposed to get to that from the right side anyway. I think I can go up against the wall here. Yeah. So yeah, those are easy enough to get. Alright, of course there's something else up here. If there wasn't, you wouldn't be able to turn the bridge on. Should have seen that coming. This is kind of neat. Be a little too cautious, I think. This feels like one of the ones that wants to fall. Okay, that activated that lift. Alright, we got one of those bouncy things. There. Yeah, they're sort of like the mad mushrooms, but also quite different. Yeah, those aren't really worth it. We've got one of these lasers is shooting. Presumably, if this were on hard, they would all be shooting. Yeah, that was pretty dangerous. Okay, turn something on. I think that was for the bridge earlier in the level. Whatever this level is. Pre-end. So it seems to be the next to last level before the last one. Yeah, I saw that coming. Which is why the save. Yeah, you're supposed to use those two lifts to your advantage, but I'm not reacting properly. I just feel like precision movements and Commander Keen don't really go together. Alright, that works. also something up here. Alright, but we need to deactivate that first. The hazards were on the right, so you can fall to the left without issue. And yeah, this bridge is here now. I remembered that being there, so shoot it preemptively. What is that? Well, it seems to be immune to shots, but it also doesn't seem to be moving much. Might as well get these. They're here. Well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. It's not like I need the ammo. And I keep doing that. Underjumped. Thought I could make it to the lower one, but guess not. I was trying to pogo up there. That didn't work. A lot of points here, though. Yeah, and if I actually needed ammo, there's more than enough there. Yeah, can I jump over that? Yes, but there's not really anything here. Also, it seems to be kind of tracking me, but not very well. Yeah, double stun. So yeah, when I turn this off, it'll remove the bridge and I'll drop straight down onto the key. Not difficult to figure out. But I need to watch out for that thing. Honestly, it's not much of a threat, but it does take up space. Yeah, Pogo didn't Pogo. Or at least not as well as I wanted it to. Yeah, the impossible pogo trick is not actually impossible, but it's trickier than it feels like it should be. Come on. I feel like I should not be struggling with this as much as I have been. Wait, that's not open? Then what did I activate? Oh, right, there was a locked door somewhere. So presumably I need to go find that. It's right at the beginning, wasn't it? There's that's in the way now. Yeah, this'll open whatever I need to get to. Sounds kind of like sneaking music, which I suppose is appropriate. I struggle with these platforms some more. Now is this open? Looks like it. Okay, that was just awkward. That's better. Is there something up here? And if not, then is this just to get over the snowflake? I feel like you could just get past that on the ground normally. There's the exit. There's a ton of points here. But yeah, is this not where the secret up was? It feels like it should be. But I haven't found it yet. And that's the exit. Quantum Explosion Dynamo. This feels like the last level, so where's the secret? I don't think they put it in the boss stage. So, if it's not here, then where is it? And if it is here, then where here is it? Why is there not... Okay, I guess that doesn't mean anything. Something hidden over here? No, I checked this already. Wait, you can just... As long as you don't get shot, you can just walk under those. No, I feel like this has to be where the secret level is, but where? No, it's not here. I've already tried bonking my head all along that. This might be on the right wall somewhere. Alright, I'm going to turn on the sheets and... F10G. See if there's any part of this level I haven't seen. Right. It's difficult to jump down on things when you're in the jump cheat. There's some extra shots there, but that's not a secret exit. I was wondering if maybe that did something other than kill you, but the fact that nothing's happening suggests not. Wait, I don't recognize that part of the level. Over to the left. So how do you get there? There's something on the side here? Well, there is, but it's just points. That's just to hide the platform. Nothing here. Yeah, I think the gap in these is just to make it easier to do this, so you can walk along here when they're not shooting. Or fall in there. Wait. No, that's just extra points. Here's the exit. But yeah, how do you get down there? Okay, didn't want to do this, but let's uglify the thing. See the... Wait, you can jump down there? Is that what that's telling me? Yeah, that's just a little nook to get to bonus stuff. There's nothing down there except the extra shots. There's a few points there. Yeah, it looks like you need to jump down through the thing at the exit, which I never would have thought of, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's reload this to get the graphics back to normal. Yeah, just hold down, press jump, and you fall through the floor. Which takes you here. This looks unfriendly. So that's a good sign that we're on the right track. Plus, I saw something that looked like a teleporter. Thought I could jump under that, grab the edge of the platform, but that did not work. Okay, let's save here. Come on. Just trying to grab that. And only grab, not climb. So I can do this. No, not that one. This one. So I don't need to. Alright, next tricky part. No, can't climb up over that. It looks like the one on the left is at least not shooting. Can you still dunk under these, or is that too low? Yes, you can. And I didn't jump fast enough. In any case, that's why the game has an option to hide the HUD. And I think I remember seeing... Yeah, there's stuff around here. That was not safe, though. Okay. This will take us to the secret hall. Steps out on the Korath 3, rather than wondering about the Omegamatic. So, yeah, here's our secret level. But what's inside? That's the question. Secret Korath 3 base faces danger. Yep. These look vaguely Scottish. Are they dangerous? Okay, they'll push you around, but that's about it. Seeing an arrow pointing down. And yeah, that's locked. That's a long way down. And we have 2 paths leading up. Start on the left, I guess. Okay, that's going in a infinity sign. Right, come on. Jump, you silly. There are at least a ton of... Do the squiggles mean anything? Guess not. There's a ton of these here. more than enough for a life, so there's really no need to even bother saving until I make some progress. Also very Scottish sounding music. And vaguely Scottish looking creatures. Are they even in the help? Yes, Shelly goes all to pieces. Spare grip. We saw one of them in that one level. Searful. Plasma orbs with diamond sensors. But yeah, I'm not seeing these creatures. I guess they're just the natives of Korath 3. Safe here? Okay, the ceiling's not solid. Ah, that was inadvisable. Yeah, this is reminding me of one of the not secret levels in Keen 3. But the difficulty is reminding me more of the secret level in Keen 4. Yeah, don't pogo there. Wait. There's something here. There's a ton of points as well as a ton of life drops. And I fell. But yeah, plus 2 lives. I don't want to shoot them. They're basically harmless and they're kind of cute. You probably can. Okay, let's start using saves. That's probably the best way to handle this. If they keep getting in the way, I might have to shoot them. I need a blue gem. I thought I got a gem already, but I guess not. That's not correct. And that one's not shooting. Yeah, shouldn't I be behind the foreground? Yeah, if those are not shooting, they're harmless. Unlike the dart shooting masks in Keen. That's looking proper. Wonder what caused that. Might have to do with this guy somehow. Can I just... No. Well, that answers that. No, not that one. This one. Right, it's been that long since I saved. Okay, let's just redo this. It's not that bad. Blue gem. Which opens this, which gives us the yellow gem. That could have been dangerous if the timing had been bad. And back here. That's not shooting. Not going to bother with the one up. Nothing on the wall there. Where'd all the hazards go? Not that I'm complaining, but this is suddenly much less dangerous. Yeah, I'm not leaving them on such small platforms, they'll just get pushed off. And with the shooter not shooting, there's no danger there. Okay, here's the green key. How do I get back up to it? Oh, missed you there. I guess that's what the other side's for? Okay, is this just going to go all the way up to the top? Because if it is, then what's the point of that whole other side? Maybe it's just an alternate path and there's another green key? Oh, gem. They're not really keys, even though they functionally are. Yeah, this just kind of goes, doesn't it? Ah, no, that's where the key card is. Can't I just get it from here? Alright, let's give this a shot just to see what's here. Pretty sure you're supposed to go in from the bottom. But yeah, there's nothing stopping you from just activating that, riding to the top. Probably grabbing both the green gem and the key card to exit. This does let you buffer your jumps, so that's not nearly as bad as it could be. Oh, I felt like I went into the wall there, but I guess not. Okay, where did that go? There's drawing on the wrong side of the... Yeah, why am I drawing in the foreground instead of the background? Or on top of instead of behind the foreground? That's why I wanted to stun them all in advance. Yeah. Narrowly escaping death just to walk right back into it. This time we'll save when we get back to the poles. Okay, so there's at least 3 of these. And they can move awfully quickly when they're on a pole. Okay, but that middle one is the only one that goes up there. Okay, there's a gem here. Narrowly survived that. this shaft is safe. That's the trick platforms. Reminds me of the spinny ones in Mario 3, except they're less extreme. Okay, pogoing just seems to make things worse. Okay, this looks like it's near the top. Yep. So there's the key card. And you know, so it's just jump cheat. Alright, and because I restarted the level, I didn't have this, but I'll just grab that. Okay. Let's save here, try to finish the level legit-ish. That doesn't look friendly. Can I... No, it's too high. But I can do that. And yeah, you can see that from here. But not how to get to it. Kind of climb to the ceiling there, but it doesn't actually do anything. No, you can't jump sheep with the pogo. Which is the opposite of how it worked in Keen Trilogy 1, where the pogo was how you did the jump. Wait, actually, did that say something in Standard Galactic Alphabet? Yeah, I did this the first time without much trouble. There you go. Okay, so that's an I and a D. Yeah, ID software. Fair enough. There we go. Okay, so there is something here. There's a fuse, just like in the things that were guarding the elevators. You can actually walk right into it. And that finishes the level, but yeah. What was that fuse for? Good question. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to finish the final level. So, let's save here. And yeah, we'll finish the final level next time, and then I think I'll load from before the secret, finish it normally, and see if not breaking the fuse changes anything. But yeah. Anyway, feel free to check out the archives for the whole playthrough of the series to this point, including the first trilogy and Keen Dreams. And all sorts of other stuff, mostly Super Nintendo and Atari games and some DOS and... No. Until next week, this has been Arafam playing Commander Keen Episode 5, The Armageddon Machine, or Armageddon. Yeah, I've heard it said both ways. I think Armageddon is supposed to be the proper pronunciation, but anyway. Speaking of Armageddon, there's a big snowstorm expected this weekend in my area, and a lot of the surrounding areas. So, if you're anywhere near there, stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy your weekend. Hope you like snow. Watch out for